Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, here on this Greatness Thursday. Y'all know what it is. It's Greatness Thursday. It's Think Different Thursday. What we do on Thursdays is we think differently. And we have a mindset of greatness. Greatness, I'm going to give y'all this. Greatness is never satisfied with mediocrity. You are greatness. I want to and you are never satisfied with mediocrity. In the brand new suite, welcome to the brand new suite. You can see we're outside today. It's a beautiful day outside this morning too. So get your walk on. Go get some of that vitamin D. Get some fresh air. Allow yourself to be able to breathe in, breathe out the fresh air that is outside. It's a beautiful day here. I don't know how long it's supposed to be like this. I think it's supposed to rain later on this afternoon. What's up, D? Morning to you, bro. It's supposed to rain, I think, later on this afternoon. So I'm enjoying the bright sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. As Roy Ayers says, y'all don't know nothing about that. Everybody loves the sunshine. So go out, get your vitamin D. But it's Greatness Thursday. It's Think Different Thursday, y'all. Think different. We think differently as entrepreneurs, as leaders. You do not think like everybody else. Y'all know what we've been doing. I'm not going to be here long. Y'all know what we've been doing last week and this week. We've got a series going, 10 secrets. Shh, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, but I want you to tell everybody. 10 secrets to create brand sustainability. We've been talking about brand sustainability all last week and all this week. And it's crazy because as I've been talking about brand sustainability last week and this week, I've had opportunities or situations have come up where instances where I've had to talk to people about brand sustainability. I told y'all just the other day, where I had a conversation with a business associate and we were talking about organizations and how the civil rights organization or even organizations going on today, they're good at starting things, but there's no sustainability in it. People don't have the sustainability to keep going and to keep going and keep moving. And that's one of our issues, especially when it comes to our community. We have the energy to start, or everybody's gung-ho about starting, something, a campaign, or they're hungry to start something. But then when the rubber meets the road, when it's time to push forward and keep going and create that sustainability, there are no principles put in place. There's no strategies put in place for sustainability. So last week and this week, I've been giving you principles that give you, as a brand, and even in your personal life, the ability to be able to create sustainability, because that's the name of the game. And today, we talked yesterday about community engagement, but today I want to talk about long-term vision. What's your long-term vision for your brand? If you're going to have sustainability, brand sustainability, you've got to have a long-term vision. Have you even thought about that? That's the assignment right there I want you to think about. I want you to think about what's your long-term vision for your brand. You when you maintain a long-term perspective, and resist temptation to chase short-term gains at the expense of, your brand's integrity. You gotta invest in building and enduring relationships with your customers and with those that you serve. That's how you do it. You've got to see the long term. I told you, as entrepreneurs, as leaders, we think in decades. We don't think monthly, quarterly, annually. Those become a part of the perspective, but the long-term vision is what creates the short-term goals. I'm going to say that again. I just caught myself. Long-term vision. I want you to write this down. Put it in the comments. Long-term vision creates short-term goals. That's the way it works. You see the long-term vision. You see the big vision. And then what you do is you reverse engineer short-term goals. How do I get to where it is that I want to be? 10 years from now, how do I get to where it is that I say that I want to be? And the way that you get there, you break it down into monthly, quarterly, and yearly, where I want to be. This year, out of that 10 years, what am I doing today that's going to get me to where it is that I want to be 10 years from now? In 2034, where do you want your brand to be? And what are those things that I need to create now so that I'm still here, my business, my brand is still here in 2034? You've got to have the long-term vision. You've got to have a long-term vision. So here are 3 things, and then I'm done, y'all. 3 things that you do in order to be able to create that long-term vision. First is your strategic planning and goal setting. You gotta have goal setting. As an entrepreneur, you have to create sustainability by developing a clear, comprehensive, long-term strategic plan. This may involve setting, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Y'all know what it is. Those SMART goals. What are your SMART goals? I want you to think about that from a long-term perspective. What's your long-term vision for you and your brand? And so your goals, you want to make them so that they align with your mission and your values. We've talked about that. We talked about the values. We've talked about having the values in place, having your mission, understanding the mission and what it is that you do. It says by focusing on the long-term objectives rather than short-term gains, you can ensure that your business decisions support sustainable growth, innovation, and resilience. That's the importance of setting and planning, strategic planning and goal setting. The strategic planning helps to anticipate market trends. It helps managing your risks that you'll take. You want to take strategic risks and making informed investments in technology, talent, and infrastructure that will benefit the brand in the long run, in the long term. Number 2, building a strong brand identity and reputation. What's the reputation of your brand? When you're not around, what is it that people say about you, your business, and your brand? They say a long-term vision includes establishing, a strong, consistent brand identity that resonates with your customers or those that you serve and stands the test of time. Those companies that you've seen that have been around for years and years and years, there's a reason why that they stand the test of time. So you can invest in your brand storytelling, as we've talked about earlier, marketing and customer engagement initiatives that emphasize your core values, and commitment to quality and sustainability. It says by consistently delivering on your brand promise and maintaining a high standard, you build a loyal customer base or client base and a positive reputation where people will say, you need to go do business with this person and that person. This long-term reputation enhances brand equity and attracts new clients who value trustworthiness and reliability. So that's number 2. Number 2 is building a strong brand identity and reputation. What's your reputation? What are people saying about you when you're not around? And then the last one is you have to have sustainable business practices and innovation. We talked about what are your sustainable practices that you have instilled in your company. With a long-term vision, you got to prioritize sustainable business practices that contribute to the environmental and social well-being. I'll say social well-being and environmental. Invest in research and development to innovate and improve your products, services, and operations continuously. Continuously. You must be continuous and you must be committed and consistent with that. Say this it could include adopting, some sources. You could see how you could be more effective in being more eco-friendly, promoting, some principles that you instill in your business that allow you to be able to show people, those that you serve, that you have a commitment to to the ecosystem, commitment to doing things more efficiently and effectively. By integrating sustainability into your core business strategy and innovating for the future, you not only meet regulatory consumer demands, but you also create a competitive advantage that supports long-term brand sustainability. And that's the goal. That's the goal, is creating the long-term brand sustainability. You want to be around and doing those things that everybody else is not doing. That's what separates you, the greatness that is you, your business, and your brand, from everybody else. You're willing to do these things. You're willing to do these things that everybody else is not willing to do. You're willing to be committed to it. You're willing to be consistent with it. You're willing to be accountable for it. You're willing to do it in excellence and in the standard that you set. What standard of sustainability are you setting for you, for those that work for you, for those that work with you, and for those that you serve? When you set a standard of sustainability, those that you serve will notice that. Those that work for you will notice that. And you will even get people who want to work with you for that very reason. That's what greatness is about, y'all. Greatness is never satisfied with mediocrity. Don't be satisfied with mediocrity. There's not one company that I can think of that is satisfied with mediocrity that has stood the test of times. If you know of any, put them in the comment section for me. But every company that I can think of that has been around and has withstood, who has created brand sustainability, they've done so because they have sustainable business practices and innovation. They have built a strong identity and reputation. Excuse me. And they have strategic planning and goal setting. I don't know why this pollen bothers me when I'm out here talking. I can't stand it. But that's how you create. That's how you create a long-term vision for you, your business, and your brand. I want you to think about that today. I want you to think about that as you go about your day, as you move and groove on this Greatness Thursday. I want you to think about that. What are you doing to create your sustainable long-term vision? What's your long-term vision for your brand? If you have one, I need you to write it down. If you have it, I want you to write it down again today. I want you to set yourself a reminder. I want you to set yourself a reminder. Remind yourself why you do what it is that you do. And every single day, you have an understanding of what you're working for and what you're working towards. It will set the tone for that brand sustainability. Greatness is not satisfied with mediocrity. There's not one of you that should be satisfied with the status quo. Not one of you should be satisfied with doing what just everybody else does. That's not what we do here. We set a standard, and we set a standard that is above everybody else's. I was having a conversation in the mastermind that I'm a part of. Well, one of the people that we talked about was Kobe Bryant, of course, and the standard that he set for himself, to have the long-term vision that he had for himself, and how his reputation that would outlive him, and God rest his soul, he's passed on. But the one thing that he has and he worked so hard for was his reputation. And what people say, yeah, and I still don't agree with some of the ways that he conducted himself and everything like that. And I understood it, but I didn't have to agree with it, the manner in which he went about it. But I respect it. And he said, one of the things that we talked about or in the video that we were watching, one of the things that he said was in order for him to have that long-term vision, the long-term sustainability with his brand, he said he was going to, in order to be able to get that and to get there to that place, he was willing to work until he was exhausted. So I'm gonna ask you today, in building your long-term vision, in creating your vision, creating your brand sustainability vision, are you willing to work to exhaustion to create it and to build it? Because once it's built, there's nobody that can take it away from you. Muhammad Ali said that he hated the training process. He hated getting out on the road and having to run, all the aspects of training. But he said he knew that if he was going to be a champion and known his reputation for being a champion, being the greatest of all times, he was going to have to endure. He was going to have to endure the training, endure the hours on the road running, because that's how bad he wanted to be known as a forever champion. So people can say what they want to say about Muhammad Ali. They can say what they want to say about Kobe Bryant. They can say what they want to say about Magic Johnson, about Irvin. I'm sorry, not Magic, Irvin. Magic played basketball. Irvin is a businessman. But you can say what you want to say about them, but their long-term vision and what they created, their brand reputation, their brand sustainability is forever cemented because of what they were willing to sacrifice to do. Are you willing to sacrifice for your brand sustainability? I challenge you to put these 10 steps, and we'll be finished tomorrow. And I got a surprise for tomorrow, so hopefully, you'll tune in tomorrow, because we're going to be talking about partnerships, the importance of partnerships, and we're going to be talking about the relevancy of them. We're going to be talking about strategic partnerships, and you'll see why tomorrow. I ain't gonna tell you what it is. You got to tune in order to be able to find out for the surprise tomorrow. Strategic partnership, but these 10 principles that I'm giving to you, the 10 secrets to create brand sustainability. I promise you, if you implement these, if you implement these secrets, if you are adamant and serious about creating brand sustainability, and you do these things, along with all of the other principles that I've given throughout this year, I truly believe, I know you'll be better by the end of the year than you will be at the beginning of the year. I promise you that. But I promise you, your brand will be far ahead of all of the other brands in your industry that are out here. That's a guarantee. You can't work yourself to exhaustion and be adamant about being great, doing great things, and thinking differently without it having that kind of impact on you. I told you, we're thinking in decades. Everything that we do now is so that we have the sustainability in 10 years from now, that we're still here 10 years from now. So I want you to think about that today. If you want to go further, if you want to work further in detail about these 10 secrets, you're like, Dr. Leroy, I'm not sure how to implement these secrets. I need a plan. I need to put a strategic plan together. Hit me up. Just send me a message in my DM. You can email me at jnfenterprisesllc@gmail.com and put in the subject line brand sustainability. Create brand sustainability, and I'll know exactly what it is that we need to do, because these 10 secrets are included in the brand in our entrepreneurial briefcase. Because I need you to be able to be better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. And the only way you're going to do that is by having these tools that you need in your entrepreneurial briefcase. So connect with me. Let's put a plan together. Let's get you to the point where where your time, where you are at, where your time is structured, and excuse me, and where you can reclaim your time, be more organized and focused on your friends, on your family, your friends, and have a greater impact with those that you serve. I promise you that's the goal. That's where we'll get you. It's Greatness Thursday, y'all. Think different Thursday. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a super phenomenal day. We'll talk to you later. Peace.